So let us start with the topic of conduction of nerve impulse. Now here we need to understand that conduction of nerve impulse is taking place in three different stages. But prior to that, what is mean by impulse? Impulse is a kind of disturbance which is traveling along the neuron from one neuron to the another neuron, crossing the gap between them. That is what you call it as synapse. Now what is mean by stimulus? First of all, stimulus is any kind of disturbance which has been imparted or which has been detected by your nerves. So that is what you call it as stimulus. Now let us understand the basic idea of conduction of nerve impulse. Now just try to understand that. Let's say this is a neuron. Let's say this is a neuron. So the impulse begins in this direction. So right now we will be doing the conduction of impulse through this nerve fiber, and I have divided this nerve fiber into different as it is passing into the different stages. That is what I have shown over here. So this and this is one single nerve fiber. You have to consider that having three different stages. The first stage, what you call it as resting stage. The second stage you call it as action potential, and the third stage जिसे हम कहते हैं वापस resting, again resting potential. So now let us understand about these three stages. Now in the previous lecture we have seen the structure of nerve fiber, that internally it is negatively charged. The neuroplasm is negatively charged. So let us understand the first point of conduction of nerve impulse, and the first stage is known as resting potential. Now what do you mean by rest? Rest means what? When no stimulus is given to the nerve fiber. मतलब nerve fiber rest पे है, उसे कोई भी stimulus मिला नहीं है. Remember, stimulus external factor भी हो सकता है, internal भी हो सकता है. तो stimulus इसे मिला नहीं है, मतलब वो rest पे है. So that condition is known as resting stage, या तो फिर हम उसे कहते हैं polarized condition. Now polarized condition में nerve fiber कैसा होता है? How does nerve fiber appear, or how is the condition? What is the condition of a nerve fiber during the resting stage? So let us understand that. Now during the resting stage, a nerve fiber, so neuroplasm is inside negatively charged. Remember, inside it is negatively charged and outside it is positively charged. So a neuron at resting stage, inside it is negatively charged and outside it is positively charged. Now what are the reasons behind that? Now why is it negatively charged inside? So the first thing is what? We have to distribute, inside it bears more negatively charged proteins. So negatively charged proteins are more towards the inside. Inside means what? Inside the neuroplasm. So negatively charged proteins are there. Secondly, sodium ions, that is Na plus ions, are less in amount in the inner side. So Na ions are less. Third point, if you take into consideration, potassium ion are more. Potassium ions are more. Right now I am talking about a condition inside. Why inside it is negative? The negativity is because of negatively charged proteins. Secondly, sodium ions are less inside as compared to outside, because outside the sodium ions are more. Remember this. Okay. And K plus ion, that is potassium ions, are more inside. Now why it is more inside? The reason behind why it is more inside is what? During the resting stage, the membrane of this neuron, is permeable to potassium ion. Remember this. K plus ion is more because the membrane is permeable to potassium ions. and that is why it allows the potassium ion to enter, and it remains, the concentration of potassium ion is more inside. Whereas as you see outside, I have written positive. So outside, what is the condition? If you see outside, outside means what? Outside this condition. So outside, if you see, you will find less potassium ion and more sodium ions. So this is the condition prevailing during the resting potential, and because inside it is negative, outside it is positive, the condition is also called as a polarized condition. What is it called? It is known as a polarized condition. Okay, what are the conditions of channels over here? Now what happens to the channels? The channels are closed. Yesterday in the previous lecture we have seen that all the channels are particularly those which travel one ion in one direction. Pumps are those which transports two ions in two direction. But here, as it is a resting potential, everything is at rest, so there is no channel or no pumps open. So we will write here, channels and pumps are closed. Channels and pumps are closed. So this is the condition, what you call it to be a polarized condition, or you can call it as a resting stage. Now next we will proceed with the second stage. That is what you call it as action potential. Now what do you mean by action potential? Let's say this hand is at rest right now, but I am applying a stimulus. Stimulus, any external factor. Stimulus can be internal as well. What do you mean by internal stimulus? Internal stimulus जैसे कि फीवर होता है, पेन होता है, वो अंदर से स्टिम्युलस देता है, जबकि बाहर का स्टिम्युलस होता है जैसे कि टेम्परेचर होती है, लाइट होता है, everything that triggers your neuron, that activates your neuron is known as a stimulus. So let's say second step of the conduction of nerve impulse is known as action potential. Now when does the action potential occurs? Action potential occurs when there is a stimulus. So you can see over here I have applied a stimulus to the neuron, the same neuron. Now as soon as the stimulus is applied, the first thing that happens is the sodium channels open up. So let's say this is a sodium channel open. So I'll write over here the point, stimulus is given. Stimulus is given. So what happens when a stimulus is given? The sodium channels open up. The first channel to open is the sodium channels opens. Now as soon as the sodium channel opens, what will happen? We know that the sodium are already more outside, so the sodium will go into the neuroplasm, and that's what you call it as influx of sodium ions. So over here, sodium channels open and the sodium enters inside. So we can say that because of the sodium channel opens, you can say that influx of sodium ions occur. Influx of sodium ion occurs. Simultaneously, what will happen? The inside will become more positive and outside will become negative. So exactly opposite condition. Now here, because of the entry of sodium ion into the neuroplasm, you can say that inside becomes positively charged, remember, and outside it becomes negatively charged. Okay, so exactly opposite condition prevails as that of the polarized condition, and this condition is said to be depolarized. Depolarized, there is a difference. Initially it was negative inside, now it has become positive. So this condition is called as depolarized condition. Okay, now as influx of sodium ion. Now what makes the sodium ion go in? Sodium ion क्यों अंदर चले जाते हैं? The first reason is what? कि sodium ion already अंदर कम है, तो it gets it goes from higher concentration towards the lower concentration inside. दूसरा फैक्टर क्या है? तो द अनदर फैक्टर इज व्हाट, दैट इनसाइड देयर आर नेगेटिवली चार्ज प्रोटीन्स। तो अगर अंदर नेगेटिवली चार्ज प्रोटीन्स है तो वो पॉजिटिव चीज को अंदर की तरफ खींचेंगे, इसी वजह से सोडियम अंदर चला जाता है जैसे ही सोडियम की चैनल्स खुलती है। ओके, नाउ अब अंदर पॉजिटिव हो गया है बहुत ज्यादा, तो अब क्या करेगा कि इसकी वजह से, क्योंकि ये अब कंडीशन कैसी है, डीपोलराइज्ड कंडीशन है, या हम कह सकते हैं ये एक्शन पोटेंशियल है, तो अंदर बहुत ज्यादा पॉजिटिव होने की वजह से इनसाइड देयर इज मच पॉजिटिव, सो व्हाट विल हैपन नेक्स्ट that thing will occur is the potassium channel will open. Okay, so after this it becomes inside positive, remember this line, and outside it becomes negative. So to balance this condition, what is now अंदर बहुत ज्यादा पॉजिटिव हो गया है, तो क्या करेंगे, यहां से सोडियम आयंस बाहर निकलेंगे, सोडियम आयंस will try to go out in order to balance the condition. क्यों? अंदर बहुत ज्यादा पॉजिटिव हो चुका है, तो उसको थोड़ा बहुत निगेटिव करने की कोशिश करने के लिए पोटेशियम की चैनल खुलती है और पोटेशियम बाहर जाता है। So now next point, what is the next point? So potassium channels open and potassium goes out. Can we say it is known as efflux? Something is going out, it is known as efflux. Something is coming in, it is known as influx. So the potassium ion goes out. Now अब ये कंडीशन कैसी है, टोटली ऑपोजिट कंडीशन है इसके, जैसे कि हमने पहले देखा था, what did we saw at the resting phase? We saw that inside there was sodium ion less, लेकिन अब क्या हो गया है, सोडियम आयन अंदर आने की वजह से it has become more. Secondly, potassium ion अंदर ज्यादा थे, लेकिन because here the potassium has gone out, the potassium ion has become less. So exactly opposite condition is prevailing. Now to balance this opposite condition, to go back to the resting potential, what happens? The thing that happens over here to bring the condition to the previous first condition, क्या होगा, वापस उसको रेस्ट पे लाने के लिए क्या होगा, यहाँ पे ओपन होगा सोडियम पोटेशियम पंप, remember this. So what happens over here, I would say, to balance this condition, to balance this disturbance, what is happening, the sodium potassium pump opens. So I'll write over here sodium potassium pump opens. Now as soon as the sodium potassium pump opens, what will happen, that 3 sodium ion will go out. Remember here 3 sodium ion goes out, or we can say efflux, and along with that 2 potassium ion comes in. So remember this is something important. 3 sodium ion goes out and 2 potassium ion comes in. So here we will write that 2 potassium ion gets in, or you can write this as influx. So because of this, अब क्या हो गया, अंदर क्या, बाहर 3 सोडियम आयन चले गए हैं और अंदर 2 पोटेशियम करके उसने अंदर ले लिया है, तो इसकी वजह से क्या होगा कि वापस से बाहर सोडियम ज्यादा हो जाएंगे और अंदर पोटेशियम ज्यादा हो जाएंगे। तो जो इनिशियल कंडीशन थी, इनिशियल इट वाज इनसाइड नेगेटिव, आउटसाइड पॉजिटिव, दैट हैज बीन ब्रॉट बैक अगेन. So here again it will become inside negative and outside it becomes positive. So this is how the impulse or the disturbance is traveling through the nerve fiber or neuron. So we can say that because of this pump, remember this pump will work active. So pump undergoes active transport. Whereas when you talk about this channels, right, they will be going into what we can say the passive transport. So pump undergoes active transport, and again inside it becomes negatively charged and outside becomes the positive again. So this is how it occurs. So let us have a quick fast revision over this. Now conduction of nerve impulse is taking place in 3 different steps. What are those 3 different steps? The first one is resting potential, the second is action potential, and the last is again resting, which is known as the repolarized condition. Now in the first condition there is no stimulus, so inside it is negative, outside it is positive. The reason is we know that outside there are more sodium ion, less potassium ion. Inside there are less sodium ion and more potassium ion, plus the proteins, the negatively charged proteins are also present in a more concentration. Now, so over here all the channels and pumps are closed because there is no stimulus. Now, as soon as the second step we come to, as soon as the action potential occurs. Now, when does the action potential occurs? You have to remember this, stimulus is given. Now, whenever the stimulus is given, what will happen? The sodium channels will open, and this is generally called as a voltage gated channel. So whenever an energy is applied, you can say that the sodium channel opens, so sodium comes in. So inside becomes extra positively charged, and because of which the potassium ion goes out through the potassium channel. Now remember this, that when the potassium are going out, this is closed. Remember that the sodium channels close. After a certain period of time, even the potassium channel close because the still condition prevails is inside positive and outside negative. Now, to get again at the resting phase, that condition is known as repolarization. The sodium-potassium pump tries to balance this imbalanced condition. And over here what will happen, the sodium-potassium pump opens up, it transports the 3 sodium ion outside and 2 potassium ion inside. So the initial condition, that is more sodium outside and less potassium on the outer side, whereas more potassium on the inner side, is balanced again, and this condition is said to be repolarized. So total 3 stages: polarized, depolarized and repolarized. So this is about the transmission of impulse through the nerve fiber. Now let us understand the same topic, that is the conduction of nerve impulse, in context with how, at what voltage the channels open, because it is a kind of current that is flowing through the neurons. It is a kind of disturbance that is flowing through the neuron, and how much millisecond is taken. Millisecond time is taken. So let us understand that. Now we know that there are 3 main phases. The first is rest, the second is depolarization, and then it comes back to the rest, that is known as repolarization. So we know that these are the 3 stages till now. Now, how does this occur? Let us say this is a neuron, and I have divided this neuron's axon into particular section. So suppose that if I am taking the first condition, now what I have taken that the first condition? The first condition is rest. Let's see. And suppose that the stimulus is given. So if the stimulus is given, let us say these are the 3 different area. Okay. So this portion is getting depolarized. Okay. And then this portion is at rest only. So I'll write it as rest, and this is also at the rest. Now after this, the stimulus travels in a fraction. Means what? From here it will go here, then suppose this is A zone, this is B zone, this is C zone, and this is D zone. So from A it will go to B. Now when A is under action potential, this all is rest. Now when this is getting under action potential, this is coming under rest. Like one zone is working, the other zone is coming at the rest. Then the second zone is working, the third zone, the first becomes again at the rest, and then it goes to the third zone. So simultaneously clockwise. and this particular area where there is a action potential taking place is known as a trigger zone. Remember, it is known as a trigger zone. Okay, now first condition is depolarized. This is all rest, rest, rest. So I would just write here it is polarized, here also it is polarized. Now after some period of time, what will happen? Now inside this is positive, outside negative. This is negative and this is also negative. So this is positive and this is positive. Now after certain period of time, what will happen? Now this is depolarized, I say. So now when the impulse travel from this zone to this zone, what will happen to the next condition? What will happen to the next condition is, now this will get depolarized. Means what? This is under the action potential. So now this will become outside negative and inside positive. So now this is depolarized. So over here the condition would be repolarized. And here again the condition is as it is polarized. Now third stage if we see, let's say about the third stage. Here if we go, the same condition. Now this is already repolarized. So this will also after some time period of time it will get repolarized, and now the impulse will be coming in this section. So this section gets again depolarized. So here inside it will become inside it will become positive and outside it will become negative. So what I need to show or tell you from this particular diagram is what? That the impulse is traveling in a section wise. It is not that all to the way. It is very swift, it is very fast, it is taking million fractions of second. Like within the fractions of second it is traveling. But how it is traveling? It is traveling in a zone wise, and that zone is known as the trigger zone. Now, let us understand the concept of the transmission of nerve impulse in a graphical representation. Now on this axis I have taken time, that is, and on this axis I have taken the voltage. How much voltage is applied and like the channel opens up. So at this point it is considered that during the resting phase, resting means what? The polarized condition. Everything is negative inside and outside it is positive. So at this point, what is happening? What is the potential of that neuron? It is minus 70 millivolt. You can see over here. Okay, it is minus 70 millivolt. So this rest is condition, we call it as polarized. And at this particular condition, inside it is what condition? So I'll write over here, all the channels are closed, inside it is negative and outside it is positive. Okay, so here, I'll write here, channels are closed. Now, as soon as stimulus is given, so I will try to write a stimulus over here. Let's say here stimulus is given. So stimulus should have some minimum intensity. Minimum intensity मतलब क्या? At least इतनी intensity होना चाहिए कि वो सोडियम की channels को खोल सके. और मिनिमम इंटेंसिटी को हम क्या कहते हैं? थ्रेशोल्ड. तो इसे हम क्या यहाँ पे कहेंगे? थ्रेशोल्ड. तो ये जो -55 MV है, कम से कम इतना स्टिम्युलस की इंटेंसिटी होना चाहिए. दैट इज व्हाट यू कॉल इट एज थ्रेशोल्ड इंटेंसिटी, ताकि सोडियम की चैनल्स खुल सके. सो दिस -55 इज आवर लेबल ओवर हियर इज थ्रेशोल्ड इंटेंसिटी ऑफ स्टिम्युलस. ओके, तो इतना अप्लाई करोगे तब जाके एक्शन शुरू होगी, वरना अगर इसके बिलो है तो वो रेस्ट पे ही रहेगा न्यूरॉन. मतलब जैसे कभी कभी आई जस्ट गिव यू अ सिंपल एग्जांपल कि कभी कभी हम एकदम धीरे से बात करते हैं कि हम सुन नहीं पाते क्योंकि हमने बहुत ही धीरे से बात की है. तो वो धीरे से बात करने का मतलब क्या, उसकी इंटेंसिटी इतनी नहीं है कि वो हमारे न्यूरॉन्स को एक्टिवेट कर सके और हम सुन सके. So minimum intensity that is required to generate an action potential is known as a threshold intensity. और threshold intensity कितनी कम से कम होनी चाहिए, कितने क्रॉस करना चाहिए, it should be -55 millivolt. अब हमने स्टिमुलस यहाँ पे अप्लाई किया, so what will the next thing? The next thing will be action potential, and action potential is also called as depolarization. During depolarization क्या होता है, कौन सी चैनल्स ओपन होती है, तो here we will write that the sodium channel will open. अब जैसे ही सोडियम चैनल ओपन हुए, what will happen? What you can say, सोडियम अंदर जाएगा तो सोडियम यहाँ पे अंदर आएगा और कितने पीक पर पहुंचेगा, पीक पर यहाँ पे कितने मिलीवोल्ट हो जाएंगे, इट विल रीच टू +40 मिलीवोल्ट. मतलब सोडियम कब तक अंदर जाएगा और पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा, जब तक +40 मिलीवोल्ट तक उसका व्हाट यू कैन से डीपोलराइजेशन कंडीशन पहुंचेगा. तो यहाँ पे as soon as it reaches to +40 millivolt, here what will happen, sodium channel will get closed, and simultaneously I would say that the potassium channels will open. So if somebody asks you, okay, at what is the peak level at which the potassium channel will open, so remember that when it goes to +40 millivolt, the depolarization condition inside the neuroplasm becomes +40. इसीलिए हमने कहा कि inside it becomes positive and outside it becomes negative. So K channels open up. Now this will create more disturbance. So in order to get repolarization back to the polarized condition, what happens over here? We know that at the last, sodium potassium pumps open, and this will again get closed. And जैसे ही सोडियम पोटेशियम पंप ओपन होगा, 3 sodium gets in and 2 potassium, 3 sodium goes out and 2 potassium gets into the neuroplasm, and again it gets back to the resting potential. So this is something about a graphical representation of what you can say conduction of nerve impulse. One more thing to understand over here, remember that resting potential पे कितना होता है, it is -70 millivolts. Secondly, अगर हम कहें threshold कितना चाहिए, तो remember it is -55 millivolt. इतनी intensity stimulus की होना चाहिए. Lastly, अगर हम कहें कि peak पर पहुंचेगा कब पोटेशियम की चैनल ओपन होगी और सोडियम की क्लोज होगी, तो it is +40. And again when it comes back to the repolarization होता है, तब क्या होगा, सोडियम एंड पोटेशियम चैनल्स विल पंप विल ओपन, एंड अल्टीमेटली इट विल गेट बैक टू द repolarized condition. So this is about the what we can say conduction of nerve impulse through the nerve fiber.